Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, January 24th. It is the fourth week of January and also the fourth week of 2020. So I am here to do my paycheck to paycheck budget as well as stuffing my cash envelopes. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I budget my paycheck, what I put everything towards, and then how much goes into each of my cash envelopes and sinking funds, stay tuned.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time.
Alright, so I have everything set up here. I already laid out my stickers just to save us a little bit of time, as I know these videos can tend to get a little longer, but hopefully you guys don't mind the longer videos every now and then. I did want to show you a comparison here. So this was last week's Paycheck to Paycheck budget sticker kit. I sell these sticker kits in my shop, which the link is in the description below. But so when you get a Paycheck to Paycheck budget kit, it comes with the paycheck and then the number and then everything from this thin washi down. So all of these thin washies here, and then you can either not put a sticker behind it like I did here for weeks 1 and 2, or you can put, this is my thick washi for the month of January in the floral pattern, which is the same for this, or this one I did a little different. I used my thin washi kit and put 4 thin washi strips down and then the paycheck script sticker, so you can kind of customize it how you want to, be a little creative. So I did want to show you guys that. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to come back up to the income, so we're going to start with expenses. My expenses for the week are going to start, as always, with Apple. These amounts that I'm writing down are a weekly amount. These are not monthly payments. I take the monthly minimum payment, I divide it by 4 or 5, depending on how many Fridays there are in the month. And then that is what I put in my Capital One 360 account every single week. That way, by the time that specific bill's minimum payment is due during the month, I have that money in there ready to pay it. So Apple was $675, and then One Main, which is a personal loan that I have, is $76.25. And my car payment is $153. Next we have Hulu, which is $11.80. And then Verizon, which is obviously cell phones, that is $31.87 for the week. And then my kids' school account is $14. My daughter's tumbling for the week is $13. And then last expense is rent, which this specific one is one that I divided by 5. So I'm putting $40 to that one every week in the month of January. So I'm going to go ahead and add up all these expenses to see where we're at. So we have $675, $76.25, $153, $11.80, $31.87, $14, $13, and $40. So $346.67. And then we're going to move down a little bit to my cash envelopes. So I have 3 cash envelopes that I take with me everywhere that I go, and they are the 3 that I use the most often. So I have gas, groceries, and spending. These ones here I track with my expense trackers in my binder, but they do not have trackers on the back of them like my sinking funds do. when I spend money out of those every week, I just put the receipt in the envelope, back in the envelope, and then I just kind of track it as I'm going through my budget at the end of the week. So gas gets 40, groceries gets 80, and spending also gets 40. I have a lot of people ask how I manage to stay on budget with my groceries at $80 a week. And my solution to that is meal planning. I meal plan every week. I sit down every Sunday and figure out first what activities we have going on that week, and if we need to make something fast and easy on a night, or if it's a night that my kids don't have anything going on. And then I just kind of meal plan from there based on what we already have in our fridge, in our pantry and freezer, and then also by what is on sale in the weekly ad. So I kind of do a combination of all of those things to come up with a week's worth of meals, and then I make my grocery list from there. Okay, so now I'm moving on to sinking funds. So the first sinking fund is my first child's savings, which gets 10, and then back to school, which gets 20. Next is car insurance. So as you can see, I did not have car insurance over here as an expense, and that is because I did pay my 6-month premium in December, which covered January through July. So now I am just working, I don't have a car insurance payment right now, but I am working on getting enough for my next premium, which will be from July to December. So that is what that amount is for, or that sinking fund is for. Next is car maintenance, which I am still going to do 10. I still have not checked into tires to see roughly what they would cost, so I'm going to continue to do 10 for now. Christmas is 25. My second child's saving will be 10. Gifts is 10. And then household is 15. Now, I'm sure a lot of people look or watch my videos and see me writing down all these sinking funds, and some people probably frown upon having so many sinking funds. But I have been budgeting for, I started November 2018, so a little over a year, maybe about a year and a half, and I was able to pay a substantial amount of money off in debt in 2019. So when the year ended, I wanted to take some of the money that I had freed up from the minimum debt payments that I no longer had because I paid off a lot of the debt, and put those towards something useful. I still am working on paying off debt, so I'm not debt-free, but rather than just putting every penny of that towards debt, like I had been, I wanted to come up with quite a few sinking funds to start funding the beginning of the year, just so that I had them. So that the money that I did have truly left over wasn't going towards a lot of unbudgeted things, because I have a majority of things that I would need covered with these sinking funds. So that is why I have so many. If you are finding that you really aren't making ends meet and you have sinking funds, you might need to look at your sinking funds and cut back on them, because sinking funds you don't really want to set up until you are able to cover all of your main expenses, your living expenses, the things that you need to survive, to live, a roof over your head, water, food, all of that stuff, gas to get back to and forth to work. If you have all those taken care of and then you have extra money, then maybe start up sinking funds, but definitely don't do it if you're already struggling to make ends meet without having the sinking funds. So my personal savings, I am doing $20 a week, and then I have my kids' school tuition for the upcoming year. I have already paid all the tuition for the current year. So this will be $36, and that'll come due in August. And then last is vacation. I would like to take, I forgot how to spell vacation there for a second. I would like to be able to take my kids somewhere this summer. We don't have anything specific in mind yet, so I'm just starting a fund for when the time comes. So I'm going to add up all of these sinking funds. So I have 10, ooh, that's going to bug me. So we have 10, 20, 15, 10, 25, 10, 10, 15, 20, 10, 5, 15, 20, 36, 20. So 241. And I will tell you, I already know that I forgot to take out an extra dollar at the bank today, so I only have $240 in cash, so I'm going to have to remember that next time and take out an extra dollar so that I can add that in there. So I'm going to go back up now to the income. So I have 2 income sources that I am using to do my weekly budget. My full-time job, which came through today, and my part-time job, which came through on the 22nd. So full-time was $585, and my part-time this week was $211. So I will go ahead and add those 2 amounts up. So we have 518 and 211, which is $796 for the week. Now I'm going to come down here and do my paycheck breakdown. So I'm going to first write down all my categories. So I have income, and then expenses, cash envelopes, and last is sinking funds. So income, the total I'm going to take from right here, which was $796. And then expenses was $347.67. Cash envelopes, I put 80 and that is not right. That should be 160 for the total. You guys probably already caught that. So 160 for cash envelopes, and then sinking funds was 241. So I'm going to add these 3 expenses up for the week and see what we're at. So $748.67, and then we will take that away from our total income, which leaves us with $47.33. Okay, I got all of my money laid out. I have my sinking fund binder here, my cash envelopes, and obviously all my cash. This sinking fund binder, I have people ask me this all the time. This is it's like I don't know if it's A6 or A5, but a binder planner by Recollections. I got this at Michael's. I think I paid like $15 for it. It was on sale. They had tons of different colors. This is kind of like a metallic purple color. But it's got the 6-ring binder, and then I have all of my cash envelopes in here, all 15 of them plus a few extra rent and debt snowball. And then these cash envelopes I make and sell in my Etsy shop. I hole punch them and they fit perfectly in here. I love having them in this binder. It makes it a lot easier than having just a big stack of cash envelopes, lying around somewhere. So I like to keep them in here. And then my expense cash envelopes for grocery spending and gas, I keep those in my billfold as they come with me all the time. This one stays at home, And then I just take the money out that I need when I need it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I don't have a lot of time. I need to try to get this video wrapped up. So normally I take the money out of all of my envelopes, count it on camera, and then write the totals. I'm not gonna be able to do that today just to save time, so I'm going to put the money in the envelopes, and I will mark on the back what the new total is, and I will tell you guys, but just know that I'm not going to take it out and count it. I will again next week though, next Friday for my cash envelope stuffing. I just am kind of on a time crunch here. So groceries is going to get $50, so we'll do 50, 60, 70, and 80, and I meant to say 80, not 50. Someone corrected me that in another video. I think because I see the $50 sitting there, I just get $50 stuck in my head, but grocery gets $80. I'm gonna move the rest of this money up. So next is spending. Spending is going to get 40. I don't have the trackers on the back of these envelopes. When I spend money from them, I just put the receipt in the envelopes and away I go. And then gas also gets 40 for the week. So we have that. So those 3 envelopes are stuffed. They will go back into my billfold for the upcoming week. And now we will move on to the sinking funds. So the first one is my first child's savings. Last week he was at 30. I'm going to add an additional 10, which will put him at $40. Now if I don't do this right now, I will forget. So I am going to mark the amounts on here. So today is the 24th. Adding in 10, let's put that one at 40. Back to school last week had 60, and this one gets 20. So we'll add that $20 in there, which will put us at $80 for our back to school envelope, and that's for back to school shopping. Clothes, school supplies, all of the things. Car insurance, for my car insurance premium for July, it was at $45 last week. We're going to add 15, which will put that one at $60 for the week. And that is due July 15th. So that is what I'm saving up for my car insurance premium. Next is car maintenance. Last week I was at 200. I'm going to add 10 to that, which will put me at 210 for the 4th week of December. And then Christmas, last week was at 225. I am adding in 25, which will put us at 250. And this one really is adding up pretty quick. So that's exciting that it is only the 4th week of January and there's already $250 in my Christmas sinking fund for 2020. This is my second child's savings. We're going to add in 10. He was at 30 last week. So adding in 10 will put him at 40. And then gifts, last week was $140, and that one gets $10 a week as well. So that one will now be at $150. Household, last week was at $135. We're going to add 15, which will put us at $150. I need to make a Sam's Club trip sometime in the near future. So the last time I went was November 16th. So I will be able to use this when I go to Sam's Club or whenever that may be. Kids, I was at $210 last week. We're going to add in 20, which will put us at $230 for our kids, or my kids' envelope. I always say our, and I don't know why. It's like It's like you guys are with me. I don't know why I do that, so sorry if that annoys you. I really mean mine. So 230. Yeah. My third child savings last week was at 30. She is also getting 10, which will put her envelope at 40, just like the boys. So 10, puts her at 40. It's amazing how much faster this goes when I don't take the money out and count it, but I know that it's exciting for me to watch it be counted so I can actually see the money, not just the numbers, and I'm sure you guys too. So next week I will come back and count it, I promise. Medical last week was at 50. I'm going to add 5 to that, which will put it at 55. Adding 5, 55. Personal care last week was 105, and I'm adding 15. Which will put this one at 120. So 15, total of 120. Rent, so last week I had 120. Because there are 5 Fridays in January, I am doing $40 every week. I am short a 20, I see. $40 every week. That way I can get it, the $200 paid for my January rent. So this one obviously is not a sinking fund, but I do take it out in cash. So this will be 160. Yeah, and then, okay, that's right. Savings at 60 last week. I'm missing a couple 20s. So I'm going to put in $20. So this one, adding in 20, we'll put this at $80. And then hold on just a second because I need to look at my bank envelope to see if I am short a few 20s in there. Just a second here. Okay, I found them. Alright, so school tuition gets 36, so this will be paying for my kids' school tuition for the 2021 year, which will be due in August, and it gets 36. So we have 20, 30, 35, 36. And I don't know if you watched last week's, but I did end up putting that extra $1 in there that I had forgot to get out from the bank. So that is in there. So now we are doing 124, adding in 36, so that will be 144. And then last is vacation, which last week was at 60. We're going to add in this last 20 here, which will put me at 180. Or not 180, just 80. I wish 180. 80 for the week. So that is all the envelopes this week. Everything is stuffed. Like I said, next week I'll take more time and get everything counted. I just am in a hurry this week and I need to get this, or today, and I need to get this video filmed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!